It's time for Northwestern Outdoors Radio, the award-winning show that covers fishing, hunting, and all sorts of outdoor recreation here in the Great Northwest. Northwestern Outdoors is brought to you every week by Max Lure Company, a legacy of innovation since 1969, by Loophole Optics, America's optical authority, by Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors,
by Wallowa County.
Nature is on display in Northeast Oregon, and by The Real News, your fishing resource. Also by Shiloh Inns and Suites, providing you with affordable excellence. And by Mardon Resort, the place for fishing, hunting, and more in Eastern Washington. And now, it's time to head outside with your host, John Cruz.
I know for some of you, it's the most wonderful time of the year. That's right, it's time for our annual Christmas gift giveaway show. The weekend we thank you for tuning into our broadcast. If it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be able to be on the airways. And if you're so inclined, I hope you'll make it a point to tell your local station you appreciate us as much as we appreciate you, because we love bringing the Outdoors Beat here in the Northwest to you every single week, and we couldn't do it without your support. So, as a way of showing our gratitude, we've got a whole bunch of gifts to give away in the next hour. Our way of wishing you a Merry Christmas, you might say. These gifts include a Work Sharp knife sharpener with a blade grinding attachment. These Work Sharp knife sharpeners are really high-quality items and have been one of our most popular giveaway items during the past 3 years. On the fishing side of things, we're giving away spools of monofilament and braided line from Iser Line, along with, well, half dozen packages of Diachi and export hooks. And you are going to like this one, a $100 gift certificate from Max Lure Company. Squincher, the powdered drink that restores your electrolytes, perfect for outdoors enthusiasts who are working up a sweat. We've got a whole bunch of that to give away. We've also got 2 certificates, each good for a night at a waterfront camper cabin at Mardon Resort, and a cooking package. Actually, 2 cooking packages, which includes cans of red feather butter. That's right, canned butter, a cookbook from Tim Murphy, the creator of the Flannel John cookbook series, and a snazzy looking apron from Camp Chef. And last but certainly not least, we are giving away a rifle scope from Loophole Optics. So, you're wondering to yourself, how do I get in on this? Well, here's how. Here's the rules. What you do is you contact us. You can go ahead and like our Facebook page. Once you do that, you can enter on our Facebook page. Just tell us what gift you want. And same thing goes with our website, northwesternoutdoors.com. Either way is fine. You only get to do it one way, either website or Facebook page, but go ahead and log on to Northwestern Outdoors Radio on Facebook or northwesternoutdoors.com and let us know what one gift you want for Christmas and you're entered to win. Now, some strategy is involved. You know, some of our popular items, a lot of people are going to be asking for them. Other ones that are not such high dollar value will probably have less people asking for them. So your odds are better perhaps if you go that way. But either way, it's all good. Ask for what you want, and you've got a great chance of taking something home for the holidays. We can't wait to give it all away after our last broadcast this weekend. On top of all this, our friend Kyla Merwin is back with a road tripper report featuring a unique Northwest destination you're going to love this winter. And we've got some places you may want to visit in the next couple of weeks that are going to be sure to get you into the Christmas spirit. But first, we've got a new edition of Sportsman Spotlight for you, brought to you every week by Shiloh Inn & Suites, the hotel chain that is there for you during your holiday travels. This week, David discusses whether or not cold weather affects the performance of that bullet you are firing downrange.
Extreme cold and bullets, David Sparks, Sportsman Spotlight. Good buddy and extremely avid hunter Tommy Allen sent me what I thought was a blog saying that extremely cold weather slows bullets down. I called Sportsman's Warehouse sales associate Thomas Vigil to get his thoughts. I have an article, and love to have you comment if you could. It says, does cold slow bullets?
It can. A cold bore shot with extreme cold, yeah. The metals seem to contract a little bit, so it'll slow the bullet down. Metals contract when they're cold and they expand when they're hot. So if they're extreme cold, it can slow the bullet down as it leaves the gun. The cold bore shot, the first shot. After that, if you're shooting regularly, then it won't have that problem. But the first shot will be a little bit slower than normal.
So you're saying that the first shot brings the heat?
Yes, the barrel heats up and it's good to go.
Okay, so what would you recommend? I mean, sometimes a hunter is out there. Let's say that I'm out there, it's extreme cold, I haven't shot my gun, I want to be quiet, and I see an elk. Gosh, now what? What would you recommend?
Well, I would probably shoot hair high. You've bore-sighted your gun, say at 100 yards, or just maybe a half-inch high.
This is David Sparks for Sportsman Spotlight.
Confused by so many national brand hotel reward programs? Blackout dates, expiration dates, different points for different hotel rewards, and gimmicks? At Shiloh Inn Suites Hotels, it's simple. No blackout dates for any rewards stay. If we have a room available, it's yours. Hi, I'm Mark Hemstreet, owner of Shiloh Inns. As a rewards member, you'll receive free room upgrades, a dedicated personal agent to help book your stay, points that don't expire, points that can be used for free nights at any one of our beautiful hotels or donations to your local school or free airline tickets, and much more. And as a special bonus, you'll earn 100 free bonus points just for signing up. From your very first stay, you receive free Wi-Fi, free breakfast at most locations. The kids stay free. We don't charge ridiculous resort or parking fees, and we're dog-friendly. Shiloh Inns, affordable excellence. American-owned and proud of it.
You're back with Northwestern Outdoors Radio. It's the Christmas gift giveaway edition, and we are going to start giving away gifts right now. We're starting off with something called Squincher. Now, Squincher is actually, well, it's an electrolyte powder mix, and it says it will rehydrate you, it'll restore you, it'll recharge you, kind of like Gatorade that you basically make up. And I've got a whole bunch of packages of this. Each one weighs, about 11 ounces, and somebody that's been using it has been my son, our producer, or our assistant producer of this show, David Cruz. David, tell me about Squincher. What's it been like for you? Do you like the taste?
Yeah, I'd say my favorite flavor is probably lemon lime. It tastes a lot like just the lemon lime Gatorade, so I usually like that.
The more important thing is, does it work? I know you work out a lot, you like to go running, does it actually basically recharge you like it says it's going to?
Yeah, I actually keep a couple packs in my car when I go hiking, hunting, and fishing and all that, so it really does help.
Well, there you go. So whether you're a hiker, a runner, whether you're just going to be hunting out there for upland birds on a hot day or maybe going after deer and you need to recharge, Squincher is for you. And like I said, I've got a whole bunch of packages of this. If you want a couple of them, just go ahead and go to the Northwestern Outdoors Radio Facebook page and say, I want the Squincher. Same thing with our website too, northwesternoutdoors.com. Remember, you only get to ask for one gift, but we've got quite a few of these to give away, so your odds are good, if you want Squincher, that you're going to get it. All right, how about some fishing gear? That's right, we've got a whole bunch of high-quality hooks to give away. Two different brands here. They're both made by TTI Blakemore. The first one is Daiichi hooks. Now, these are some really stout hooks. They're very sharp, and you can use them for a number of different applications. One thing about these Daiichi hooks that I have here, they're all colored red. Now, a lot of you probably thought, just like I did a few years ago, that the red hook thing was just a gimmick. Well, I don't think it is anymore. I've tried it on lures. I'm absolutely convinced that a red hook gives off that bleeding bait scenario, so to speak, and it works. I draw more strikes on lures with red hooks than on lures without. So if you want some of these high-quality Daiichi hooks, we've got some for saltwater applications. We have some weighted ones for swim bait applications, and we have some for plastics as well. And I'm talking like plastic bass baits. Speaking of plastic bass baits, we also have some X-Point hooks. Now, these are really good hooks. They're not red, but they are stout. They are really, really sharp, and they work great for plastic worms, for grubs, for tube baits, that sort of things. So we've got your choice of the, actually not even your choice. We're going to just give you several packages of each, both the X-Point hooks and the Daiichi hooks. Again, they are high-quality hooks. Been using them for a long time. Really like them, and I think you will too. If you want several packages of these hooks, then just go ahead and say, I want the hooks on our Facebook page at Northwestern Outdoors Radio. Make sure you like us first, and then go ahead and say that. The other thing you can go ahead and do is contact us on our website at northwesternoutdoors.com. Again, just say you want the hooks, and you are entered to win the Daiichi and X-Point hooks. We got several packages to give away, so you only get to ask for one thing, but your odds are good you're going to get some hooks if that's what you want. Turning from hooks to line, we've got some Iser line to give away as well. Now, Iser line is really high-quality stuff. I've been using it for a couple years now. Been very pleased with it. Caught a lot of salmon, caught a lot of steelhead using this. And we've got basically 3 different types to give away. Number 1, it's 15-pound test. It's gold and green for low visibility, 300-yard spool. Number 2, we also have 25-pound test. And this is a super copolymer premium monofilament line. Advertises extra limp, extra strong, extra tough. Again, gold and green as well for that low visibility. Really good in clear water applications. We've got the 15-pound test. We've got the 25-pound test in monofilament. And we also have braided line. That's right. And with us here to tell us more about this is the president of Iser Line, who we interviewed at the Sportsman Show in Portland earlier this year about this very line. We're talking to Steve Ichikonucci. He's with Iser Line. As a matter of fact, he's the president of the company. And looks like you've got some really nice line here. Your premium Spectra comes in green. I'm holding a spool that's 50-pound test. Tell me more about it.
Well, we're introducing Iser braid, which is different than our brutally strong braid. The Iser braid actually is a less expensive version of it. Reduce the amount of scrap. We've taken deniers that are a little bit larger in some case to braid, and you'll end up with the same tensile strength, but mainly there's less scrap. It's only available at 300-yard lengths, 500-yard lengths, and 2,500-yard lengths.
Steve, for our listeners who don't know, why is braided line sometimes better than monofilament?
Well, it's got less stretch. It's easier to feel the bite. Also, it lasts super long. It's almost indestructible. When it does break down, obviously you have to replace it. But you can keep the same line on your reel for several years if you're careful with it.
So, it's Iser braid. It's a brand new braided line from Iser Line, which is made in the USA, by the way. Where can people find this?
It's a brand new product, so you can ask your dealer for it.
Find out more at iserline.com. That's I-Z-O-R line.com. Iser Line, they make some great fishing line that helps you get fish in the boat. Steve, thanks for telling us all about it on Northwestern Outdoors.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, so if you want a 3-pack of Iser Line, we've got 3 3-packs to give away. That's right. We've got a 150-yard spool of 50-pound Iser braid. We have a 300-yard spool of 25-pound monofilament and a 300-yard spool of 15-pound monofilament. So if you want them, simply go to our Facebook page, Northwestern Outdoors Radio, like us, and again, like the page, not the post, and then go ahead and say you want the fishing line or you want the Iser line. Same thing on our website, northwesternoutdoors.com. And with that, we're going to go ahead and tell you about another gift I think you're going to really like. Next up on Northwestern Outdoors Radio, we've got another product review for you, this time from WorkSharp. It's the knife and tool sharpening company that's made a big name for themselves out of Ashland, Oregon. Now, if you've listened to our show, particularly our Christmas gift giveaway version of our show, you know that WorkSharp makes some fantastic knife sharpeners, belt-driven knife sharpeners. Well, now they've got a couple of attachments for these sharpeners. With us here to tell us more is Ben Sarman with WorkSharp, and we'll start off with this attachment, the blade grinding attachment. What is this all about? What does it do?
The blade grinding attachment is basically a new attachment we have out for it that's more aimed at knife enthusiasts. It's an open belt application, which also provides you with the angles that you would get with the Ken Onion version itself. It's just in an open belt format, easier to work with. A lot of people like to just be able to see exactly what they're doing, and so it makes it a lot easier. It also can work with bigger tools because it is open, and it's a great new attachment.
When we're talking about it as an attachment, it literally attaches onto the existing knife sharpener itself?
Yeah, it's just like a click and lock rotate application.
Okay, so really easy, no tools needed or anything like that?
None at all.
You do have to have the knife sharpener to start with, but then you can put this blade grinding attachment onto it. So again, if you're a real knife enthusiast, this sounds like something you're going to be interested in. So again, that's the blade grinding attachment for the WorkSharp Sharp Knife Sharpener. You can find all of this at a number of stores. Why don't we go ahead and talk about some of the bigger chain stores where you can find Work Sharp products?
We're in most of the outdoor stores, Cabela's, Bass Pro Shops. We just got into Dick's, so we're now in Dick's Sporting Goods as well. And most of your local stuff, Ace has these. You can find them all over Sportsman's Warehouse. So there are a lot of stores have them.
Like I said, folks, Work Sharp is making a big splash in a hurry, and there's a good reason for it. It's a quality product. You can also go to their website. It's worksharptools.com. Again, worksharptools.com. Go ahead and check out the blade grinding attachment and the tool grinding attachment. And if you don't have a knife sharpener yet, you're going to want one because they are great. All right, folks, you know what to do. If you want the Work Sharp Ken Onion Edition belt-driven knife sharpener and the blade attachment that goes with it, simply go to our Facebook page, Northwestern Outdoors Radio, like the page, and then say you want the Work Sharp knife sharpener and attachment, and you are entered to win. You can do the same thing on our website at northwesternoutdoors.com. Remember, you only get to enter on one or the other, and you only get to ask for one gift. We've already talked about a bunch of gifts we're giving away, and this one is always a popular one. Stay tuned. We've got more gifts to give away right here on Northwestern Outdoors Radio because it's our annual Christmas gift giveaway show, and it's our way of saying Merry Christmas to you.
Great Places Washington. It's the book written by host of Northwestern Outdoors, John Cruz. Great Places Washington is your guidebook to all sorts of outdoor recreation in the Evergreen State. Look for Great Places Washington at Amazon.com or your local bookstore.
We're back with John Cruz on Northwestern Outdoors Radio.
It's time for another Max Minute.
Fish on!
Brought to you every week by Max Lure Company. It's the Christmas gift giveaway show, and Lance Mers is with us to go ahead and help us give away a $100 gift certificate from Max Lure Company. Lance, very generous. I'm sure our listeners out there are going to appreciate this gift.
Well, I know I would. Did I win? You know what, John? What better way to give this gift certificate away and give it to somebody who wants to get what they want?
Well, and that's a great thing. Folks, you can use this gift certificate to get anything, whether you're a walleye angler, whether you're a trout angler, a steelhead fisherman, whether you're after bass, whether you're after pike, whether you're after salmon. You're going to find something in the catalog or on the website, maxlure.com, that you can spend this $100 gift certificate on. Lance, is there anything else people need to know about this gift certificate?
You know what there is, John. You can either look at our catalog or you can go online, but this gift certificate has to be called in. So call our shop. Give me a call. I'd love to talk to you.
There you go. It's the man you hear almost every week on our show, Lance Mers. Give him a call. You can find the number at maxlure.com. Go ahead and figure out what you want, and Lance will hook you up if you're the winner of this gift certificate. And if you want to win it, it's really simple to do. All you have to do is go to our Facebook page at Northwestern Outdoors Radio or to our website at northwesternoutdoors.com. Say you want the Max Lure certificate, and you are entered to win. Remember, you only get to ask for one prize during our Christmas gift giveaway show, but if this is the one you want, this would be a great stocking stuffer or a standalone gift. And Lance, I'm sure our listeners are going to appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you, my friend.
Merry Christmas, John.
Looking for that extra something that will get more salmon or trout into your boat? Then check out the Double D Dodger from Max Lure. The Double D does double duty and helps you catch more fish. The Double D's flash attracts lunkers, and the Dodger's patented stop-start action works wonders to get those fish biting. The Double D does even more by acting as a side planer to get your bait away from the boat where the fish are more likely to be and more apt to strike. The Double D Dodger. It's the Dodger you've got to have from Max Lure.
Yeah, you, the guide, outfitter, or outdoors business owner who's listening to Northwestern Outdoors Radio. Have you ever thought of becoming a sponsor of our show? Contact me, John Cruz, through our website at northwesternoutdoors.com for more information. That's northwesternoutdoors.com, helping you get the word out about your outdoors company.
It's the holiday season, and what better way to celebrate than with a year-long subscription to The Real News, dedicated to the accurate coverage of fishing issues throughout the Northwest for over 25 years. The Real News is the perfect gift for the reading angler. Just log on to therealnews.com and go to the subscription page. As a special bonus, we'll throw in a vinyl Real News sticker if you mention Northwestern Outdoors Radio. Order now and make someone happy far beyond the holidays.
From the Columbia River to Puget Sound, the Coastal Conservation Association in the Pacific Northwest works to conserve the fish we love and does so while protecting our heritage of sport fishing. To find out more, go to ccapnw.org. Again, that's ccapnw.org.
Back again with the Northwestern Outdoors Radio annual Christmas gift giveaway show. I'm John Cruz, and I'm here to wish you a Merry Christmas by giving away some great gifts. We've already given away a bunch, or we've told you about a bunch you can win, and now we're going to give away 2 cooking packages. That's right. You're going to really enjoy these, and it all starts off with an apron from our friends at Camp Chef. They make great outdoor cooking gear, whether you're after a smoker or a pellet grill, or their modular cooking system where you can basically barbecue with a grill box or cook just about anything that you want on their Explorer stoves. And they've got great propane stoves too for camping. They literally have it all. Just go ahead and go to their website at campchef.com. You'll find out what I mean. And so we are starting off again with 2 cooking packages. Each one has a nice black apron with the Camp Chef logo on it. And if you're going to have an apron, you're going to need a cookbook. And that's where Tim Murphy comes in. We've got Tim Murphy on board. He is the author of the Flannel John's cookbook series, and we got a couple of his books. Tim, welcome aboard, and this looks like some good food you've got to share with us.
Well, thank you, John. Yeah, and I wrote them because I always say that, men, we're always looking for good, tasty meals that we can prepare quickly because we're lazy and we're hungry, and that's what this kind of started with.
Well, you know what I love about these books is no nonsense. You don't have anything in here about an intro about my trip to Tuscany or anything like that. I mean, it's just, here's the book, here's the recipes, guys, go to it. And like you said, they're simple and they're quick, and that appeals to me. The price point's pretty good too, isn't it?
Most of them are $7.95, but yeah, I try to keep them inexpensive because you guys just want something. How do I do this? And they can look it up and go, oh, okay, I got these 6 ingredients. I can make this happen. And when you're out at the camp, you're not going to get real sophisticated. You just want something tasty and warm and get you through the night, and that's what these books do.
I've got 2 of them in my hand. One of them is the Flannel John's Hunting Cabin Cookbook that covers venison, fowl, and wild game, and the other one is your Fishing Shack Cookbook. Let's go ahead and start off with the Hunting Cookbook, and tell me what people are going to find inside of here.
Well, I grew up in Chicago, but like I said, I spent time in Michigan, so a lot of my friends were hunters, and they kind of exposed me to deer hunting and deer sausage and backstraps and all that stuff. But as I've gotten older and gotten more and more into the woods, it's not just deer. I've got a couple of friends that swear by squirrel. They love...
Okay.
Yeah, I tend to swear at them, but hey, whatever you're into. I've had some friends that love rattlesnake. They said, oh, it tastes just like chicken. Well, then eat chicken. But... Right. When you try it, it's like, if it's seasoned right and made correctly, it's like, okay, it's a different taste, but I like this kind of stuff. So, yeah, as far as the Hunting Cabin Cookbook, we do have venison in there, but we've got moose, we've got elk, we have fowl. I spent a lot of time in North Dakota working radio there, so I got much more turned on to bird cooking, grouse and dove and that kind of stuff, wild turkey. So, yeah, we got a little something for everybody, and some have as little as 5 ingredients, and some, get kind of extensive and may go to 15 ingredients, but there's a little something for everybody. So, if you're not just a deer hunter, if you do want to go out and try beaver tail, if you want to try raccoon, if you want to try a roadkill stew, which I have friends that do that, it's like, okay, here's a way to make it safe and good, and we're going to get maximum flavor, and it might turn you on to something you never thought of eating before.
Well, again, I love it. And I'm leaping through this again. I love the fact you got dove recipes, duck recipes, pheasant recipes. But yeah, fricasseed raccoon. This is the only cookbook I've ever seen that has a recipe for fricasseed raccoon followed by gator country stew. So this is good stuff. Let's talk about something else, though. That's your Fishing Shack Cookbook. Now, you live in Astoria, and
I do.
There's a lot of people out there that know a lot about cooking shellfish and about cooking salmon and about cooking crabs and oysters and everything else. How does your book measure up in a place like this?
Well, hopefully very well. I mean, this was kind of new to me. I've only been in Oregon about 5 years, and I've only been in the Astoria area for about a year. But you quickly learn when you come to Oregon and you're on the coast that, yeah, clams and crabs they're king around here. In fact, in one of my earlier books, I had actually named a sandwich after Newport, the Newport crab sandwich. So this one takes it up to the next notch. There's no filler here. There's no side dishes. It's strictly fish, shrimp, clams, crabs, and oysters. And I've had people look it over, and it's like, wow, these are kind of recipes that are updated from when I remember as a kid, which that was kind of the point. I want to take maybe stuff people grew up with in the 40s, 50s, and 60s and give them kind of a modern spin. And also just some good classics, too. And as my wife says, but you're not a chef. I said, no, but I'm an eater. I know what guys like. And this is the kind of stuff I think they're going to like.
So that brings up a question. How do you come up with these recipes? Is it stuff that you just do in the kitchen? Is it stuff you pick up from other people? What goes into this book?
It's a little bit of everything. My wife had worked in catering for a long time, and she's an amazing chef. She really is. So we will experiment a little bit. I will go through old church cookbooks as kind of a basis and a start and go, okay, what can we add to this now for a modern palate? Because, what we're eating now is different from the 1940s.
Oh, yes.
Sometimes it's just like, hey, what are we going to do today? Well, I got some crab here. Let's go through the spices and let's see if there's a new way to cook this. And, more often than not, it turns out pretty good, but there have been some bad experiments. But the dogs love that because that means they're going to eat good that night.
Oh, yeah. The dogs always love poorly cooked food. You're right about that. And the ones that I've got in my hand, Flannel John's Hunting Cabin Cookbook with venison, fowl, and wild game, the Fishing Shack Cookbook with fish, shrimp, clams, crabs, and oysters. We better give people a website so they can find out more and start buying some of these and help out the Wounded Warrior Project.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Just go to flanneljohn.com. flanneljohn.com. They're also available through Amazon.com, but if you go through Flannel John and go through PayPal, I get a higher royalty, and that way I can donate more to Wounded Warrior. So either channel will work, but the more we can do for the Warriors, the better off we are.
I agree completely. Again, folks, that's flanneljohn.com. So, our cooking package is going to now include an apron from Camp Chef and one of these two cookbooks we just described from the Flannel John's cookbook series for guys. And now you're going to need something else. That's right. If you're going to be cooking, you're probably going to need butter. Crucial part of a lot of recipes. And I've got some butter for you, but butter like you've never seen before. It's called canned butter. It's brought to you by Red Feather, and it is something else. What I'm holding in my hand is a 16-ounce tin of canned butter. And I've tried this. It tastes fantastic. The consistency is wonderful. Great thing about this canned butter, you don't need to refrigerate it, not until you open it. So it is perfect for situations where you don't have a fridge available. You can go ahead and use this basically for emergency preparedness. Keep it down in the basement. If the power goes out, you've got butter. If you're camping, if you're hiking, if you're hunting, if you're boating, you can go ahead and take this with you. I can see this being a big hit, like on a canoe trip or a rafting trip into the wilderness for several days, maybe out at elk or deer camp, or like I said, just maybe even car camping out there where you just don't have room for everything, but you want to have butter with you. Another thing about this butter, it's got an incredible shelf life of 5 years. Now, this was actually packaged last year, so you can actually keep this, basically your emergency preparedness equipment or wherever you want in your pantry for another 4 years, and it's going to taste just as good 4 years from now as it tastes today. Now, once you open it, you do need to refrigerate it, but until then, this butter is waiting for you in a nice, convenient can. It's Red Feather canned butter. It tastes great. I actually put it to the test on Thanksgiving of all days. Had it on the rolls, and it is delicious stuff. It's actually made in New Zealand, but it's available here in the United States. You can find out more about it by going to their website, redfeathercannedbutter.us. And we're giving away several cans. And that wraps up your cooking package. Again, it's going to be an apron from Camp Chef. It's going to be a cookbook from Tim Murphy and a couple of tins of this pure, creamy butter that's from Red Feather. Red Feather canned butter puts it all together. If you want the cooking package, simply go to our Facebook page, Northwestern Outdoors Radio, like the page, not the post, and say that you want the cooking package. If you want to do that on our website too, you can, one or the other, please. The website, northwesternoutdoors.com. Again, just send us an email. Tell us you want the cooking package, and you are entered to win one of the two cooking packages we are giving away for Christmas. You only get to ask for one gift for Christmas, but if you like to cook, this would be a good one. Stick around. We've got more gifts to give away and more great products to tell you about on Northwestern Outdoors Radio during our annual Christmas gift giveaway show.
Looking for the ultimate cooking machine for your backyard or patio? Look no further than Camp Chef's new pellet grill and smoker. With user-friendly features like an auto ignition, digital readouts, and internal meat temperature sensors, it's easy to smoke the tastiest salmon, ribs, brisket, and turkey you'll ever eat. And an innovative system makes cleanup a snap. Everyone will want the food you're cooking on your Camp Chef pellet grill and smoker. The quality smoker that's second to none. Find out more at campchef.com. Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors.
Welcome back to our special Christmas gift giveaway show edition of Northwestern Outdoors Radio. That's right, it's the time of year where we say thanks and give back to you during the holiday season. And this portion of the show, as always, is brought to you by Mardon Resort, the wonderful place to go at Eastern Washington's Potholes Reservoir. And if you haven't been there lately, you ought to check it out because they've got some new camper cabins. These camper cabins are fantastic, and we actually have a couple of certificates to give away. That's right. We've got 2 certificates, each one good for a night in a camper cabin. Now, these camper cabins are located right on the lake, and think of it as kind of, well, luxury camping. You're going to have a roof over your head. You're going to have air conditioning or heat, depending on the time of year. They sleep 4 with a queen bed and 2 twin beds. There's a refrigerator, there's a microwave, there's a barbecue outside and a picnic table. And all you have to do is just bring your sleeping bag and your pillow or your linens, and you are set for a great night or 2 or 3 at one of these camper cabins at Mardon Resort. Now, there's no bathrooms inside, but the bathrooms are just steps away, so it's not a big deal. Again, if you want to go ahead and win a night in one of these wonderful camper cabins that are right on the water for great access to swimming or fishing or just watching the sunsets, get a hold of us through our website at northwesternoutdoors.com or through our Facebook page, where you just have to like us and go ahead and enter and say, I want a camper cabin certificate, and you are entered to win. Now remember, you only get to ask for one gift during this show, but if this is the one you want, ask for the camper cabin from Mardon Resort. We're giving away 2 of these certificates, and you can find out more about them by going to mardonresort.com. That's mardonresort.com, where the fish bite, but we don't. All right, folks, it's time for what I think is the best gift of the year. Leupold Optics has given us a Rifleman scope to give away. It's a 3x9x40 scope. It's going to be perfect on that deer hunting rifle for you. And with us here to tell us more about it is Pat Mundy with Leupold. Pat, Merry Christmas.
Thanks, John. Merry Christmas to you, too.
Pat, the Rifleman scope, it's one of the most affordable in your line, but it's still a quality scope. Tell our listeners a little more about it.
Okay, yeah, this scope is it's one of my favorites, actually. It was based on the Vari X2 series, which is probably our greatest selling scope of all time. Magnesium fluoride lens coatings for 80 to 85% light transmission. It's absolutely durable. I mean, these scopes they're waterproof, shockproof, fogproof. They go through the same recoil testing as every scope we make here. So they take 5,000 impacts at 750 Gs. They can go on almost any hunting firearm you'd ever consider using them on. They have the duplex reticle, which is an industry standard that we invented back in the 60s, which is very common. Gives you great features for long-range shot placement. Just a wonderful all-around scope. You know, they're built rugged on a one-piece main tube, and they can just, like I said, take a lot of abuse. They'll give you a great image in low light and basically any conditions where you're going to end up shooting big game.
And the other thing that I always love about Leupold scopes, absolutely waterproof and also fog-proof. And folks, having shot a scope through a scope before that was not fog-proof, you're going to want that, especially here in the Northwest, right, Pat?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we get the best weather, I think, in the whole country. So,
no kidding. And one other thing we have to talk about, you know, the price point on the Rifleman scope. Again, this is meant is kind of an everyday, work-a-day sort of scope that people can afford. What's the retail on this?
Oh, you're going to find the 3 to 9 for well under $200. I mean, they're going to be around for, you know, you're probably going to see them anywhere from $180 to $190 typically at retail.
And despite that fact, though, despite the fact that it's less than $200, it has the full lifetime warranty, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Yep. Anything we make with a golden ring on it has the full lifetime warranty, and it means it's designed, machined, and assembled right here in our factory in Beaverton, Oregon.
Well, there you go, folks. It's the Rifleman Scope from Leupold. If you want to enter to win this scope for Christmas, here's what you need to do. Go to our Facebook page at Northwestern Outdoors Radio. Say you want the Leupold Scope or the Rifleman Scope, or go to our website at northwesternoutdoors.com. Shoot us an email. Say that's the Christmas gift you want. Remember, you only get to ask for one gift during this giveaway show, and we're going to go ahead and randomly choose from all the people who ask. I think this is going to be a really popular one, if not the most popular gift we are giving away, because this is truly something anybody is going to want under the tree for Christmas. Pat, Merry Christmas to you and your family, and thanks for telling us all about this and providing this for our listeners on Northwestern Outdoors Radio.
Thank you, John, and Merry Christmas to you and yours as well.
Okay, we do want to give you some content in this show besides product reviews and giveaways, and with that in mind, our old friend Kyla Merwin, who produces the Road Tripper Report you used to hear every other week on this show, is back with a special edition I think you're going to enjoy, especially if you like hiking and snowshoeing to some special places in the Beaver State.
Well, the weekend is almost upon us, and this is Kyla Merwin-Cheney with your weekly Road Tripper Report. Let's say we head to the Willamette Pass area for some great fun outdoors. Now, with the deep snow in the mountains this time of year, you're going to want to take your snowshoes or your yak tracks, but you can still see the second highest waterfall in Oregon without a whole lot of effort. It's called Salt Creek Falls, and it's just a half a mile off Highway 58 and offers you an absolutely stunning view. If you're a really hardy adventurer, you can hike downhill to the base of the waterfall for a fantastic close-up experience. But remember, what goes down must come up, and it's a half mile really steep. Another choice in this same area from the same parking lot, you can take the Diamond Creek Falls Trail, and this is an easy 2.5 mile loop that takes you past a lake called Too Much to Bear Lake. It's very pretty, and also it takes you to a trail to Vivian Lake. So lots of options from the same parking lot just 6 miles west of Willamette Pass at mile post 58.6. Get all these details on our website at OregonLakesAndRivers.com. Plus, we have great half-price lodging deals on the website, so you can find us on Facebook and Twitter too. This is Kyla Merwin-Cheney with your weekly Road Tripper Report. Get out there, have fun, and be safe.
You know Kyla Merwin from her Northwest Road Tripper Report, but she's been to some more exotic places than that, and she's written about them too. Lost and Found in Egypt is the new book by Kyla Merwin. It's a memoir, it's a travelogue, it's a book about discovering oneself and what you can do in some very unlikely places. Lost and Found in Egypt. Look for it on Amazon or get your autographed copy at kmc-media.com.
Snow blankets the ground and the air is crisp and clear. Welcome to the winter wonderland of Wallowa County. The sun sparkles on the eagle caps and life slows down a little. A quiet journey into the backcountry means donning your snowshoes or cross-country skis. For more adventure, bring your snowmobile and experience 150-plus miles of groomed trails and breathtaking wilderness views. When the sun sets, experience some of Northeast Oregon's finest cuisine and stay at one of our quality overnight accommodations. Wake up to the world in Wallowa County. Your morning begins at WallowaCountyChamber.com.
I'd like to tell you I just brought down that buck, but I didn't. I missed. And you know why I missed? Because of the scope I've got on my rifle. You see, my friends told me to get a Leupold rifle scope. Why? Well, because Leupold is America's optical authority. They make a huge variety of quality scopes for every need, and they make them right here in the Northwest. Unfortunately, I didn't listen. I used the cheap scope that came with this rifle when I bought it. And when it came time to pull the trigger, well, let's just say things were a little blurry. Now, I've got nothing to look forward to except a long, empty-handed walk back home. Next time I come out into the field, there's going to be a Leupold scope on my rifle. And next time, I'm not going to miss.
Leupold Rifle Scopes. Check out the whole line at leupold.com and look for them at a sporting goods store near you.
The off-season is a great season to visit Mardon Resort. Located in eastern Washington's Columbia Basin, you'll find incredible bird hunting, great wildlife watching opportunities, and fantastic fishing in a boat or right off the marina docks at Mardon Resort. Better still, off-season deals save you money when you bring your RV or stay in the hotel or wonderful park cottages. To find out more, log on to mardonresort.com. Mardon Resort, where the outdoor fun lasts all year long.
You demand quality performance from your binoculars, whether you use them in the field, on the water, or at a stadium. But you don't want to spend a fortune. That's where the BX McKenzie binoculars from Leupold come in. These armored, waterproof binoculars are both comfortable and dependable. Look for your McKenzie binoculars at quality sporting goods retailers near you. BX McKenzie, bringing your world into sharper focus, only from Leupold.
More habitat equals more wildlife. Pheasants Forever is working hard every day to ensure there's more wildlife habitat for the future. Join the habitat leader and help create wildlife habitat in your community. To join us, go to pheasantsforever.org.
We're back with one last cast from John Cruz on Northwestern Outdoors Radio.
We're coming up towards the end of our broadcast. That means it's your last chance to enter to win a gift in our annual Christmas gift giveaway show. That's right. It's the show where we love to give back to you and say Merry Christmas and thanks for supporting us. If you haven't entered already, here's how it works. We've been talking about all sorts of prizes you can ask for. And if you want one, simply go to our website, northwesternoutdoors.com, or to our Facebook page at Northwestern Outdoors Radio. Make sure that you like us on our Facebook page and then enter and say, I want to win whatever prize you want to win. Now, strategy is involved. Obviously, some of our prizes, like the Leupold rifle scope, are going to get lots and lots of entries. Other ones, not so many. So you only get to ask for one gift. Choose wisely, and with any luck, you are going to be a winner. We'll be shipping you a gift, well, in the next week or so. So again, that's northwesternoutdoors.com or Northwestern Outdoors Radio on our Facebook page. Let's run through some upcoming events with a holiday flavor. If you want to really get into the swing of things this Christmas season, head to Boise, Idaho, and stroll through the Idaho Botanical Gardens off of Old Penitentiary Road between 6 and 9 p.m. nightly. The gardens have 300,000 lights set up there. That's right, 300,000 lights, along with various displays, warming fires, candy canes, and hot chocolate. It's absolutely breathtaking. I loved it when I visited there, and amazingly well done. The admission, $8 for adults, and the gardens are open every day to include Christmas and New Year's until January 4th. Another place to get into the Christmas spirit is at Riverside State Park near Spokane between the 12th and the 14th from 6 to 8:30 p.m. That's where a nighttime winter wonderland will be set up for you to see and experience. Santa Claus is going to be there, and there will be hay rides too that will take you around the lights and displays set up around the park to include an illuminated swinging bridge. There will be a live hawk and owl presentation as well, and a campfire to warm yourself around, along with hot chocolate and cookies, which will be available for purchase. In Oregon, the 37th Annual Christmas Festival will be taking place at Silver Falls State Park, not far from Salem, next Saturday and Sunday, the 13th and 14th from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can make a wreath and other crafts, listen to live music, learn about how the park changes through the seasons, and, of course, check out the falls. And finally, consider a trip to Butte, Montana this coming Saturday, the 13th, to check out the ice sculpture contest that's going to be going on there. Things will kick off at the Metal Sports Bar and Grill at 10:30 a.m. for a breakfast with Santa where, rumor has it, the kids might get a little Christmas swag. From there, head to the hill where there will be some 50 blocks of ice, each weighing around 340 pounds, that are going to be transformed into some very impressive art. This should be a whole bunch of fun. That's all for this week. If you missed part of the show, or if you just want to find out more about some of the great gifts we gave away this week, then go to our website starting Sunday night. It's northwesternoutdoors.com. You'll be able to listen to the whole show again and get more details about some of the gifts we're giving away, just in case you want to purchase them for the holidays. Any of these that we've talked about would be a wonderful gift for someone you love. You can also hear our show online at renoviolaoutdoors.com. This is a great website because it actually has outdoors radio 7 days a week. It's renoviolaoutdoors.com. We are one of 30 shows that is broadcast there. Proud to be there. Give us a listen along with other quality outdoors radio shows. We hope you enjoy our annual Christmas gift giveaway broadcast. We really look forward every year to giving back to you, our loyal listener, as a way of saying thanks for tuning into this show. We love to share the outdoors beat here in the Northwest with you every week, and we consider this show our opportunity to show you how much we do. Until next time, Merry Christmas, God bless, and make it a point to spend some time outdoors.